A big problem, a clear message. Our seas are in trouble.
Plastic bottles, plastic pollution.
Tackling the scourge of plastic.
We must reduce the demand for plastic.
Coffee cups.
Plastic bottles.
Plastic chopsticks.
Everyone has woken up to the need for action.
Hello, my name is Roger Dalton. Like many people, I'm concerned about the effect that plastic waste is having on the environment and on our bodies. Something that bugs me individually is that plastic wrapping that you get around multi-packs of things like baked beans, tin soup, dog food and so on. It seems completely unnecessary and also produces some financial inequalities. It costs a lot more, for example, to buy 4 single cans of Heinz baked beans than it does a plastic wrap multi-pack. So, I'm going to look into this in a bit more detail. I'm going to visit the 4 major supermarkets, that's Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's and Tesco's. I'm going to ask the people that work there if I can have the single cans, if I can have 4 single cans, for example, of baked beans for the price of a multi-pack. Now, I'm going to be doing this somewhat discreetly. There's a law that says that you can't record conversations. Well, you can record conversations, but you cannot subsequently broadcast that without the consent of the other person. Now, obviously, that's a bit of a problem given what I'm going to be doing. So what you're going to hear is some recordings, which is basically me talking to a customer services operative, for example. But then I'm going to summarise afterwards what we've talked about. It'll make sense soon enough. So come with me and let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. This is Morrison's in Hillsborough in Sheffield, so let's go and see what they've got to say. Come on. And let me show you what I'm talking about. If you look here, you can have a single can of baked beans for 75p. Or you can have a 4-pack wrapped in plastic for £2. Or over here, you can have a 6-pack wrapped in plastic for £3. And that price differential strikes me as being fundamentally unfair. You've got to pay more to not have plastic, whereas if you pay less, if you get the advantages of a multi-pack deal, you have to have it wrapped in plastic. And that strikes me, that's just not right. I'm looking at the price differences between beans. So I want to buy 4 cans of beans, but I don't want to get them wrapped in plastic. And it's quite a lot more to buy 4 single ones than to get the multi-packs. Is there a way of getting the 4 single ones at the same price? Well, that was interesting. So I spoke to one of the retail managers about the price differential between multi-packs of beans and single cans, and the solution was quite interesting. He said that I could have a multi-pack. They would split it, i.e. take the plastic off. They would scan the barcode of a single can because of the way that the barcodes work between single cans and multi-packs, and that there was recycling facilities on site that I could actually put the plastic film in, much the same as the shopping bag recycling that you do see at some supermarkets. Interestingly, I couldn't find the recycling bin, but we take him at his word and I accept and assume that that is the case. Okay, so here we are at Asda in Parson Cross. Let's give this a whirl. Let's see what they've got to say about the plastic wrapping situation. I'm looking at the price of multi-packs versus single cans because I'm trying to reduce plastic waste and all that kind of stuff. There's quite a big difference between buying 4 single cans and 4 wrapped up in the plastic. Can I get 4 of the single ones for the same price of that? The price differential was marked single cans 75p. 4-pack for £2, 4 single cans would be £3, a 6-pack was £3, and 6 single cans would have been £4.50. But the lady very kindly gave me a £1 off voucher, so I've just bought 4 single cans for the price of a 4 multi-pack, but no plastic. Well, let's see what Tesco's have got to say. Maybe every little will help. Got a question. This is probably going to sound a bit weird. Thinking about packaging, so I'm trying to reduce plastic packaging, and I know that there's quite a significant difference between buying, say, 4 single cans of beans and soup, etc. and so on. And I'm wondering, and I assume the answer is going to be no, but if I bought 4 cans, do I get the same price as that? Well, that was Tesco. The customer services chap said quite clearly that the pricing comes from Heinz, not from Tesco. So the fact that we have to pay more for single cans, for 4 single cans of Heinz Tomato Soup or baked beans versus the multi-pack price. That's all coming from Heinz. Let's ask the good people here at Sainsbury's at Archer Road what they've got to say. Are you able to check if I can get the 4 cans for that same price as the ones in plastic? And similarly with the beans, that's not possible. Why is that, just out of interest? Right, oh, so it's a Heinz thing, not a Sainsbury's thing. Well, what have we learnt? We've learnt that the people at Asda gave me £1 off the price of 4 single cans of Heinz baked beans, making it equivalent to the price of a plastic wrap multi-pack, but without the plastic. The chap at Morrison's suggested that plastic recycling could be done on site, so the plastic films could be recycled there, although I didn't actually find any evidence for that. The people at Tesco and Sainsbury's both said that Heinz was behind the pricing of multi-packs, making them artificially low compared to single cans of Heinz baked beans. So what do we do? As consumers, we've got a lot of power, and we should use that power to rebel against this. I don't think we should really take this lying down. We shouldn't have to pay more for not having plastic around our cans, especially if you're buying multiple cans, which a lot of people do. If you want to save money, you should be able to do so without having to have plastic, which, let's face it, can't really be recycled, despite what it might say on the packaging. So the next time you do your shopping, if you're buying multiple cans of beans or soup or dog food, ask the people in the shop, can I have multiple single cans for the price of a multi-pack? There's nothing to lose and there's perhaps a lot to gain. So give it a whirl. I will be too, and let's see what happens.